flood the place with JDF soldier, put them in strategic points, flood the place, overwhelming force of JDF soldier. This is Jamaica, and this is the Jamaica Defense Force.
Right, but what I'm saying is that what I'm saying is there needs to be an investigation up there. Yes.
Yes, sir. That it's not like he said he's ready for the government and whatever, but we don't
confront them, so to speak,
as it was. Why I must say privately, based on the attitude that we saw display in that video, he was basically saying that subtly, like he must say, "Oh, me no want to know up here."
Listen,
the man said we have our own laws.
Right. And the next thing I want to say, this is the problem that we have in Jamaica. Jamaica, the government always wait until we reach them critical stage of nip things in the body.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you very much.
From in a COVID time when them asked the Prime Minister about the question and him said there's no other state and all of them something there. The Prime Minister, them should go in and set things straight. This whole treaty thing, we shouldn't there for 2020.
Listen,
that's all I'm saying.
If the Prime Minister did go in there from start and pop off him stripe and dry him out there, we wouldn't have this problem.
Exactly.
Now.
And when they said Currie was illegally elected, the government should have stepped in from there, because since them said they might use the treaty also said the government or whoever supposed to install another colonel or whatever them treaty say. As
a matter of fact, I think the government should go down there and tell them, say, make sure they understand no election of no team or no nothing like that.
You know what? No.
It's important to the Jamaican structure.
No. From a cultural perspective, you know.
Listen,
I'm just saying. Well, I hear you.
About maroon culture. These people culture does not identify with Jamaican culture.
No, I hear you and I understand what you're saying.
Culture.
No, I'm saying from a cultural perspective, right? Nothing is wrong for them to practice their cultural traditions. What I'm saying is that these people are Jamaicans, right? They are Jamaicans. The problem is Richard Currie them and import a whole heap of people where nobody know who these people are. Have one bag of people up there, say them have them security and militia and all kind of something up there, right? So my point is, the government, right, in terms of the Prime Minister, the approach, you just need to focus on Richard Currie them, because they are the problem.
Okay, and I'm asking you this: do you think Richard Currie could ascend and get all that power and all that autonomy within a compound if he didn't have supporters?
That's true.
You think the power he has now, he just got it like that without support from people?
No, that's true.
Listen.
And every time somebody come out of prison or somebody and the state is at it, me a Maroon, Cartel, Buju Banton, L.A. Lewis. Like, what?
Listen, this is a...
Queen Africa, Sizzla Kolonji, Spraga Ben saying ambassador to the UK.
As far as Jamaica is concerned, to be a Maroon should be a shame. You understand? They should be shame for call themselves Maroon, but them are Maroon. Them may tell you, them want to tell you a rebel, them is rebel without a cause. It's an embarrassment to the Jamaican culture. I couldn't give two shit about Maroon culture. If we know the history of Maroon culture, we wouldn't even want to identify with it. And I must say, that set of Maroon, a compound Maroon, let me correct myself. These Maroons, we know how we wouldn't even want to identify with them any at all. So this man I come talk about, say them are sovereign and state within a state, and he's using some very dangerous words. Very dangerous.
Very. That is from the start, Jumper. That is from the start.
Jumper, man. He does not want the militarization of a compound.
Let me tell you something. Them should. I all right with the soldier they go in, they go kick out in 32 feet out time out.
We may not we may not like Donald Trump and some of his policies, but I want to we can say about Donald Trump, And the next man in the military, you know.
I tell you.
So, which guy? The same as him don't say it so. Here the one Zion help and Rattigan no. Both. Him read on the JDF website that it was mandated for the military to go there. Him no Rattigan, you know, when you start using words like mandated, you know that is like, you know, those words carry meaning. I'm like, what the F? The Prime Minister of the country can mandate soldiers to go into a part of Jamaica? No man, this serious.
But DJ, remember this is the Minister of Defense. This is a matter of national security, you know. I want you to understand that. And the Prime Minister is the Minister of Defense. This is in defense of the sovereignty of Jamaica. And what we're having now seems to be planning an insurrection against the government. You remember what happened in Colombia when we had a lot of these rebels that was being funded by lots of other splinter groups, and they substantiate their claim to Colombia on indigenous origin. You remember that?
Right.
Listen, if the government don't put this down quick and fast, may I tell you, we're going to have a problem further down the line.
It has said bad precedent, as Imhotep say. Any other group can just jump up and say them sovereign.
Yeah, but not only that, the government needs to go in there and suspend all maroon tribal ritual. Suspend
let me tell you
all election, suspend all of that.
Let me tell you what.
Becoming a matter of national security.
Let me just say something before I jump in, please. Kimmy said something which is very important, that Currie is going to postpone the election.
Yeah,
right?
he said, I'm going to find it. Go on, talk. I'm going to find it.
Right? That is a form of dictatorship over the people them as well. So that shows you that this man is already out of whack. He's uncontrollable, because if every year before you come, if every 5 years before you come, the people them have them election, why you know I come and I say you are not going to have any, you're going to postpone the election? For what reason? For what?
But the thing is this now, right? First thing first, if Currie is claiming the treaty and recognizing the treaty, right? Based on the treaty, based on what he's saying, that the Governor General would have to appoint him. He got no appointment from the Governor General. So it's easy for the Prime Minister to declare him, quote unquote, like illegitimate, right? That's one. Two, Richard Currie is a Jamaican citizen using Jamaican passport, Jamaican birth paper, using Jamaican driver's license, everything. He just talk it on the camera, but he's a Jamaican. So that means that automatically Andrew Owens can just make the police and the JDF go up there and clean up what's going on up there, because the people are crying for help.
Let me get to know your agree up a little bit more. Listen.
If you don't mind, if you don't mind, I just want to just put this video up, because I don't know if everyone saw it. And oh, here it is. Here it is. Please indulge us. Let me just put this up. Sure.
Ashe. Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Andrew Holness, on behalf of indigenous people of Akompong and the wider Maroon districts of Cockpit Country, I send sincere appreciation for your recent visit to our community and for the government of Jamaica's expression of support following the destruction caused by Hurricane Melissa. Your presence, accompanied by the several ministers of government, marked the first official visit of your administration to Akompong since my election in 2021, and it was warmly welcomed by our people. We remain grateful for the humanitarian gesture extended to the Akompong people and for your willingness to mobilize resources, particularly those of the JDF military, to assist with the recovery efforts. We also acknowledge your reference on international partners, including Ethiopia, Ghana, and Rwanda, who have expressed readiness to assist in the island's rebuilding efforts. Honorable Prime Minister, following a deep, comprehensive internal review and a formal deliberation, the full Maroon Council has decided not to accept the offer on the militarization of the space during the recovery effort. The full Maroon Council instead has resolved to continue with the response, utilizing civilian resources from our joining communities and our partners, both locally and internationally, who have offered to the community their assistance in the recovery efforts. Instead,
One second.
Right.
What kind of foreign help them can get when they have to come through the government, though?
Which international partners they're talking about?
No, you're right. You're right. Unless what is now? Unless these are like non-profits, right? Them type of humanitarian organizations, that kind of thing, right? But these organizations have to coordinate with the government as well. Them can't just go up there and do nothing like that.
Come.
No. They have to coordinate with the government. They have to get the green light. But the thing is, a tree traitor you put up on the screen a while ago. So I don't expect any different three of them. Three big traitor.
You know, so quick and find them. All right, watch it.
Him a one the worst traitor.
Materials,
Yeah,
and would accept the offer on those materials and equipment necessary to assist in those recovery efforts. We want to ensure, Mr. Prime Minister, that harmony and inclusiveness of our Maroon human resources, of those here in a compound and adjoining communities, are balanced to execute the infrastructural relief efforts across our Maroon communities. This methodology aligns with our laws and cultural way of life. This decision is based
with our laws. You know, say, somebody said something look well very important, From the man, did I run up him out on the Prime Minister should have go up there a long time,
Yeah, but guess what Andrew Wallace do? Andrew Wallace say, there's not 1 inch of Jamaica where I don't control or whatever.
You should have go up there, go show them.
Yeah, but guess I go on still. Here we go on. Just like how you were saying that Andrew Wallace is a delicate situation. At the time, watch go on, when he got elected, there was a PR campaign to make this man look like say my Jesus, come to save Jamaica.
Andrew Wallace level up.
No, at that time, a lot of people that burn out Andrew and said, Lord, the man and the sovereign people, a thief, you want thief. Remember, the propaganda was the government want thief, the resources. So, a lot of people,
right, resources, yeah.
Right, so that was the narrative them spread. So this man was the savior for Jamaica.
You know, say playing and wicked. You know, say a bright boy, in playing,
Yeah, that's why I said.
The man have handlers. I know him, man. Him had my puppet, man. Him have handlers.
That's why I said.
But to follow the orders, you have to be very.
That's why I said he's the face of the campaign. Eh?
Yeah, I'll keep me a chat.
That's why I said he's the face of the campaign, Vegas.
Yes,
remember, I said it earlier, he's the face. This is all planned. So they needed this corporate Jamaica man who can do the PR, the whole campaign thing, to make sure, say, yo, everything will come forth. Right? Beautiful speaking, educated criminal, yeah.
Ashe. So you talk to your Ruben about Islam.
Where that mean? Tell me, where that mean?
Like my
but because remember, say, no, remember, he used to say, Assalamu alaikum, right?
Yes, I'm here back Ashe, I'm going back Africa.
In Ghana, West Africa, yet him claim to be sovereign and indigenous. You cannot be indigenous and you have to have,
let me tell you something. I heard a blogger say that brother is supported by one brother named George Soros. You know that brother there?
It has been widely spread, brother.
And that is one of the brother we are advocate for child bride, you know that.
Well,
George, this is a public knowledge. This is not jumper, this is a public knowledge out there.
We see. But it means like let it be done. That also means like agree.
Toward New Jersey 31 North, Washington.
So the Ashe thing that, yeah. Well, let's.
The established reconstruction partnerships and resources a compound has secured.
Yeah, commercial. Rattigan, put
Currie want a state within a state so they can legalize Batman up there.
From the government or the Prime Minister said. What we explicitly stated was a concern over the military being used as a resource to execute those recovery efforts. Considering many other circumstances, particularly one maintaining certain harmony within the space, there has been tension here in the past. There are things that are to be resolved. On top of that, there's still trauma from the storm. There are a lot of people still have.
So let me get this, Jumper. If you're saying there are tensions, right? Or if you're saying there's tension, and you don't want the military there, so what that means is you are basically putting up some form of defense then.
What kind of tension? Where's the tension?
So you must say there's tension, so you don't want the military there. So that the man I tell you.
Tension. We saw diplomacy. We see Andrew Wallace bring one generator and one Starlink and them sitting there.
It's so like US and China, brother. You know, say the man a reason about there's tension.
So what lad? So why never tell Andrew Wallace when Andrew come out there with the generator and the Starlink and tell him say there's tensions?
Oh my God. Yeah, why never tell Andrew that you face?
Right. You might tell him a couple of days after.
Tell me to the 5 count so it look like.
No. It's not a 5 cam at the council.
We do have partnerships with persons locally and persons in the diaspora are committed to their assistance. From that end, we know from a resource standpoint, we would be able to cover the repair. So it has been taken out of context and it is being positioned as a rejection, where it is totally not a rejection. We actually had a good conversation. We sat down and we spoke of the different things that needed to be done. And I did raise a concern that, this is something we have to go through with the council in terms of the military and the concerns that we do have having the military in the space doing that work.
Okay. Well, allow me to ask you this. I think I know the answer, but I'll ask you for those inquiring minds who would like to know. Why did you accept the offer of assistance from everyone except the military? And this is to both you and Ambassador Andrew.
No, man, I'm Subi. Pause that for a second, Subi. Pause it for a second. 1 second. Did you just hear that traitor? I recognize that the man as ambassador.
No, that
did you just hear that?
The question I said no, the answer to it.
Right, but the man I recognize, I wanted to fly by night where I come from nowhere up a compound town as ambassador.
Ambassador, brother. But remember, say Rattigan glad for this, because this feed into him I try to accomplish.
But remember him try thing, him try over to the government already. So in terms of he said boy protest and a champion and something.
You was sad about this. We say Rattigan turn our real traitor, bro. Rattigan is an ex-FBI agent.
Senior. Put on the word, no man. In charge of Saudi Arabia. In charge of Saudi Arabia.
We don't talk politics tonight. And the politics we attack. We attack real issues. Real, we call it now, social issues. We have not the politics, PNP and JLP tonight. We attack real national security situation. Rattigan was a senior FBI agent. A man we could have make calls when me and Imhotep and the other persons were in Washington, D.C.
Yes.
Counter protesting them. They could make calls.
Yes.
To the Secret Service. The Secret Service came for us. And when we went to the Secret Service, they actually told us that as long as we don't cross over there, so, and blah, 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 blah. And we spoke to them, we explained to them. And we had the right amount of people because we were not allowed to have more than 12 hours of their amount of people. So this man, we couldn't get the Secret Service to come out. That means that him is not no. We don't call it no Imhotep.
Small fry. Man, a small fry, man.
Small fry.
Right.
This man is trained to detect destabilizers, dissidents, enemies of state, and he is sitting here with 2 enemies of the state. romanticizing their agenda. And that's about what knows the Rattigan
Achi traitor them, that first thing first, right?
No,
traitors, birds of a feather.
I know Rattigan is a traitor, but what I'm saying is, Rattigan know that what these guys are doing is wrong.
No, man, he knows that, but he's not gonna question it because, notice, he's not questioning their legitimacy to determine if the government. This man is a liar, He's a liar, Remember, he's a liar at all.
He's a liar at remember says that. Remember saying no. Zion L get case get thrown
in Texas.
In Texas,
yeah, man. And then ban him from Texas. He can't go to Texas. If he go to Texas, they lock him up.
Remember, say spend weeks for Mrs. Coolness name, so she try to take away people land, So how is it that Rattigan romance them ego, yaso?
Because listen to me, all three traitors, the common denominator is fully endorsed by Mark Golan and the PNP. Keep it real. Fully endorsed. Fully endorsed by Mark Golan. All three of them endorsed by Mark Golan.
I want you to also understand the 1790-something treaty said that a representative of the crown had to be in the Maroon village and live with them in the Maroon village. You remember that?
Yeah, the 1738 treaty. No, No, two superintendents, two white men. Two.
Right.
Yeah, it's two.
So,
supposed to do that.
So who are those people now?
The governor general is supposed to appoint Richard Currie too. If he matter about treaty.
But look, them about half white.
That's why I say no. Meeting and talking about this treaty can actually give it some amount of legitimacy, Having a debate on it can legitimize it,
No, the Jamaican Constitution. No, the Constitution does not recognize it. So the only document that can give it its legitimacy is the Constitution, which it does not. So we can talk about the treaty all we want, and him can talk all he wants.
It's not a legal standing.
Yeah, it has no legal standing.
Regarding the specificity of the military, it's not that a Kong Kong has a specific problem with the JDF, meaning the Jamaica Defense Force, in terms of a personal problem, or for that matter, was there any tension with the Jamaica Defense Force? That's not the issue. The issue is stemming from just looking at the antecedents, how we have come to this point. And within the last 5 years, unfortunately, it is obvious to everyone that the Hong Kong Maroons has been asking for constructive dialogue, right? To be able to have a seat at the table where we can flesh out certain concerns regarding the constitutional reform that was presented at the time through the ministry that was changed now. And, speaking of a republic, these are...
Imhotep.
No, Imhotep. I don't agree with you there, sir, Imhotep.
What?
Oh, somebody was speaking?
Go ahead, DJ.
No, I'm saying you don't agree with what now? Yes.
Imhotep, not the first that him have.
Yeah, man, the Muslim sitting man in Madrid, man. More science sitting in Madrid.
You see, man, the hat.
Yeah, Fez. Yeah, man, the Fez, man. Yeah, man.
So the man there say Ashe and
no, but guess I go on now. But guess I go on now. Let me give you a little pointer to this now. A three Muslim them there so. That's the problem too. Because remember, so Rattigan them a Muslim too, so assalamu alaikum man them, Do all them.
Yeah, none of them better than a Muslim. Because first of all, Currie a Batman. You know where Muslim do to Batman?
No, hold on, man.
Disclaimer. Not here, brother. Not here. Disclaimer.
Yeah, we don't want to get to extreme, but all I'm saying is Rattigan himself too. Rattigan a Muslim. Yeah. We don't want to say extreme still, but Rattigan himself a Muslim, man. Yeah, man.
Sorry about that, DJ. Sorry about that.
The Hong Kong Maroons. Why? Because in 1962, because there was not a proper effort to try and sort out or flesh out what was going to happen with the Maroons with this new constitution in 1962, and we have that evidence. We have archived evidence from both governments, from the Jamaica archives and both the British archives, of what was happening just before, of months before, in the House of Commons regarding the Maroons and the new constitution that was going to be put together, which is the Order in Council of 1962. Now, we're at a point again where we're discussing removing of the king. The Akong Maroons legitimately have a legal document that testifies and recognizes the legitimacy of the claims to land and the legitimacy to the claims of having a people and a government and a defined territory. Now, these are elements that allow the Akong Maroons to be recognized on an international scale, even under the atmosphere of autonomy. And because we have the autonomy and we've been governing ourselves for a very long time now, the treaty is almost 288 years old, come January, after we cross over into the new year on March 1st. And we are now going to say that, for the 63 years of the governance of the Jamaica, the Maroons have had, a relationship that has not.
All right, so there's a lot of slick talking to catch the
sound. Right, you're hearing sound slick in I'm talk, because first thing first, if the Maroons, if Britain respected the treaty after the second Maroon War of 1790, they would not have deported the Trelawney Town Maroons to Nova Scotia. They could not have done it. That would have been a breach. But because of the second Maroon War, even if they want to claim a treaty, they don't have it, because second Maroon War, they started it. So that made the first treaty null and void. That's why Britain could deport some of them to Nova Scotia and send them back to Sierra Leone.
They broke the treaty.
Yes, with the second Maroon War. That's why they deport them.
But he said something, Imhotep, that he said a few things. The same language of them always I used to take with people for grab land. You might talk about land and them something, but watch this now. Him said things were said in the House of Commons. I don't understand why something would be said in the House of Commons how many years ago, and you have that as something for you to hold on to. Look at what things say in a part.
All right. So let me ask a quick question.
How can you use it?
All right. So what was said in the House of Commons? May I ask you?
I think they asked that somebody got up and asked about the Maroons and whatever.
Exactly. One man asking a question, what about the status of the Maroons? That is their claim to fame of legitimization.
Right, that is just like any politician stand up in the House of Parliament and ask about something.
Right. What about the people of Clarendon? And then no, that is claim to fame. So the point is, as they would call him, Lloyd Dryden, he was the one who asked about what about the Maroons, and guess what? Right after the emancipation and stuff like that, the Maroons were no longer needed. Slavery done. Then you use them and dash them.
Them literally used them and gave them nothing.
Right, dash them by the wayside. So after slavery abolished, they were no longer important to Britain. And that's why they
We're up to 165,000 likes. We want 200,000. Let's go. Yeah, bro.
Right. So my point is, after Jamaica's independence, 1962, so to speak, the Constitution was ratified by who? Who wrote the Constitution and who ratified it?
Vegas, what did I say?
The Queen of England.
When we were having the discussion on Saturday, what did I say about the Constitution versus the treaty? I said not one time was the Maroon mentioned
in the Constitution.
And I also said that the same thing all the way. I said, Imhotep, I said it on Saturday, that since the British helped to write the Jamaica Constitution and they love and recognize them so much.
Why did they put them like?
Put them in there. That is to show you.
Right.
Them put a Commonwealth citizen in the Constitution.
Lashika, but wait, Lashika, what is say technically, I look a joke we are running but it's a serious conversation. Richard Currie, them girls, it's not with no Andrew unless and they're sitting there, are the King of England. So why they not go talk to the King about them status and them sitting there? You know why? The King will tell them, so who are these people? Well, on there. As first thing they say, submit to the documents that because you have. Oh, Jamaican passport, Jamaican birth paper.
They sent a letter to the King.
Yeah, yes, but well, I know it doesn't make no sense because here what? Lord Dryden just asking what about the Maroons does not give them any legitimacy.
Bro, why did them send somebody to the king and the king.
Yes, Pagabenza go up them and say, my ambassador, but in my next one, where, but my point is those two, what is now? No, man, yeah, man, I'm a general man, I respect him, but me I say, he met them trick him too, but my point is, the Queen Elizabeth is the one that ratified our constitution, right? The same crown where them have claims that them have treaty with. So the same man where you have treaty with not recognize you as such.
Imhotep, after I finish play this, I want to read something for you on the Constitution here. And I never saw it before. It's going to shock you. I'm going to read something to you on the Constitution. It's going to shock you. I don't even think you've ever seen it. I think Lashika pick it up there and to me and read it. But we never expound on it. But watch it now. I'm going to read something to you. But I'm going to finish listening to them straight here. Watch it.
There's just this gray area in the law. Chief Currie's administration has come over the last 4.5, going 5 years, trying to press, this issue of the claim and the claims to lands. Why? We always hear about bauxite mining in Cockpit country, the effects that it's having to people. But, most people, it doesn't really bother them, in terms of if you live in Kingston or you live in other parishes. It's not really your concern day to day as much as it is the Maroons who have to wake up to it every morning in those territories. No. Because of these things, we have to look at that. Here we are now, right before the election of Chief Richard Currie come February, the Akonkwo Maroon election, which happens every 5 years. And right after Hurricane Melissa, after we've had 4 weeks of constant hurricane relief from the Akonkwo disaster response team under the leadership of Chief Richard Currie, we have been doing logistically magic, and that's the only way I can say it, because we've really put together, the great minds, hard workers, and we've been able to unify certain resources with international aid, and we've been able to get to our people. I think the last count I had was almost 24 different communities that Akonkwo itself got hit with almost the eye wall, pretty much devastation across all of the Maroon territories, and yet Akonkwo has been able to go out and still share to 24 communities relief aid, not just once, but some areas got done twice. Now, it shows that Akonkwo is able to manage its own internal affairs and logistics because we have had a system of working with people over a number of years. Now, when the government of Jamaica finally decides to come just at the 11th hour, on whether unfortunate or unfortunate, whichever way it wants to be looked at, whoever on whichever side of the fence, the matter is that they came, they were well received, but I believe it was very premature that a statement or a declaration of the JDF being offered, and it was more of an assertion than an offer when you start to listen to the statements that were made. And then, Chief Richard Currie would have reached out, in the back channels to ensure that his voice or the office of the chief would have been placed on the record in terms of, thank you, but no thanks to this specific part, which is the militarization.
Ooh, here we go.
Ooh, here we go. A lot to unpack. So, let me say this. The man said, the election of Richard Currie. Is the election of Richard Currie?
Yeah, then they run election, man. Mm-hmm.
No, the upcoming election. So we are approaching the election of Richard Currie. You're not listening, bro.
Yeah, I heard that part. Yeah, right. Is that it sounds uncontested. That's not democracy. That's a dictatorship, and some North Korea sitting there. That's our democracy.
Bro, them already have it in the bag. I know we used to say Imhotep.
Right.
The man said the election of Richard Currie.
But listen to me. This man is claiming that the Prime Minister of Jamaica cannot assert and affirm that the JDF will be coming to assist Jamaicans up there in fixing them roof and them something there.
The man said it was more of a
assertion. Right. In the affirmative.
The last minute, insert himself into a thing. Like Prime Minister come and insert himself in our society
No, but he's saying that the Prime Minister...
We don't fix up 20 communities and So if you fix up 20 communities, why the people in our compound about so they don't get them roof fixed?
No, but he's not even saying that. What he's saying pretty much is that the government did not ask if the JDF could go up there.
I like to add that these very same people voted for the Jamaica Labour Party or took part in the democratic process of Jamaica.
But Lakeisha, but a compound a part of one political division and constituency as well.
Exactly.
So the sovereign state sitting there make no sense. And when you look on them website, you know what them say? Magati PO, St. Elizabeth. You can't make this up.
Them not have a PO box up there?
No. No, they have to use the one of Magati. And sovereign state, they even have that. So
damn. Yo, bro. This serious enough?
Bro, this government needs to investigate what going on.
First, them a liar because they said they don't get no government official never come. And Darabas was there the next day. Him and his wife. And did assessment, everything. Darabas show picture, helicopter, everything. So same lie.
Yeah, man, but the thing is, my point is this now. This man got upon one traitor program, 3 traitor attack, and this man gonna make it look like so the Prime Minister of the country needs permission from these people to fix back people roof up there. Jamaican citizens will have Jamaican birth paper, passport, driver's license, everything Jamaican. And these people are saying that the Prime Minister.
That so-called ambassador, him not even look like him come from Jamaica.
Listen to me. I think he's Jamaican. I'm not sure if he was born here. But this man, I did the same thing with him. I tried do now. We Currie him. I tried.
No, he is Jamaican. No, but the thing about him, Lashika, the man that, all right, you know, like how them say kids addicted to candy. The man they addicted to land grabbing, you know. You matter about land in the interview. If still be play about the interview, you matter about land, claim to land and they sitting there. Yes, I land them and the deal.
It's not how them grab the people, let me know. Oh, the mining is damaging the people's this and it's the health hazard and all them things. That's how them play upon the people's emotion.
Right, and them not nowhere near when the mine not go on. Them not nowhere near the mine not go on. Cockpit countries are very huge space, you know. And remember, say that's based on the laws and environmental protection acts and stuff like that. NEPA ensures that no mining is done in the cockpit. So when I hear them bring them argument, that, you know, their agenda is to make it look as if that, you know, the government really have teared down the place.
Then deliver things to 24 community, twice in some communities. Now the people who are living in a compound, they need to hear this. They need to hear this and hear how these people are fixing up other communities while people are up there without roofs.
People on a roof, not a roof. Just the roof them have up there. All right, so I'm more to ask, you know, right? Should JPS be reconnected to a compound and internet and them sitting there and water? Well, they don't water up there, I think. But I'm just saying, should the government say, all right?
They were looking about some water and Rattigan did that try. Because Rattigan through this whole interview, I'm not going to play anymore. But through the whole interview, Rattigan was trying to dig something. I try to find something from the government. And he can't find nothing. So every time he go up on a roadblock, even them same one now have nothing to offer him. So he might ask question. So the only thing that he could latch on to was, did you hear from Adpen? And then Currie said no. But then he said something interesting. He said, anybody has anything, you know, to can counter me on this publicly. Like he knew he was lying.
Remember saying, Xavier said, Rattigan work at the same law firm as Mike Pompeo, you know, Secretary of State, you know. Rattigan them are no idiot, you know. Rattigan them know the art of reverse psychology and them sitting there, them are the training night, you know. So when you see him play a fool on the little zinc fence in the background, he can't trick Queen, man. He can't trick Queen, bro.
Yo, sometimes Bex and Rattigan violate me, brother. Because this man, how we used to, This is like one of my teacher, you know.
No, at the right thing go on because them man enough you link with. And
Bro.
a joke thing either.
Bro, Rattigan would never have this conversation with me off the camera and support them man. Yeah. The Rattigan with me did know.
Right. But you have to understand, say, as me say again, him a play a fool for catch wise because them man ya train them listen me. Them man ya liar, brother.
Rattigan knows that the man them basically a threat to national security. He knows this.
And he knows they have no legal standing either. He's a liar. The man know everything.
I'm going to send that video to Joanna. And I said, Joanna, tell Rattigan say we know say him knows the man is a threat.
Yes. Listen me, he knows that these men have no standing. Rattigan, listen me. Basically, because if a Mark Bolin endorse Rattigan, them and them sitting there, and all them things there, that's where part of the problem is him appear as if him naive to certain things and he don't know certain things.
Rattigan,
but he's a craftsman.
Rattigan is a top FBI agent.
Brilliant mind. Brilliant mind.
It's nonsense. Him know, bro. Why?
Him know.
Bro.
Him know.
You know, so me see Rattigan a double down Paul Buchanan and something. And me say, why Rattigan do this to himself? Rattigan knows that nothing in this Paul Buchanan.
Right.
I feed it to him audience and I say, what the money I sell him soul?
But remember, said that's him did a feed the narrative, so Miss Juliet Owens, them did I hide the report and them sitting there, man. Come on, man. And he knew very well. Listen me. Yes, me. Them man, you know what the man do? When the man come out, what him do? The man put a zinc fence. One whole zinc fence in the background.
He catch you, you know. He catch you.
I want to hear, man. You don't understand psychology, man. Come on, man.
Me, I look on it a while ago, you know. Me, I look on it too earlier. Me, I say, why these people know if you're playing at the hands of the people, man.
Yes, man, Lasika, man.
Lasika, if you're a man come and be an advocate for poor people, you see a zinc fence, you instantly connect.
Listen me, right now, if me want to trick some people.
Hold on, you know what I say to myself? When I see that, I say, boy, I'm good to sit down beside some marble tile, you know, or something like that. I said to myself earlier when I look on the video, you know.
This is a man.
Nice background.
This is a man where
probably in a library or something like that.
All right, so
I tell you something. What I'm privy to. Rattigan is obsessed with Andrew Wilness.
Well, guess what, go on. Remember saying no. Them man they know. It's because they had access to certain information. Remember them that investigate the government and dig up and go dig up round this and dig up round this and listen me. People don't understand what's going on with them man. Let
me tell you what happened. That man ego was chopped down by Andrew. He never knew that his perfect resume couldn't get him the job as commissioner of police. That's what happened to him.
No, but the problem is, Lakeisha, not to cut you, you know, this man was applying to be commissioner of police while being a senior FBI agent.
Dangerous, Imhotep.
Right.
I'm talking about in charge of Middle Eastern affairs.
Listen,
in charge
let me
of
tell you something.
South Africa and them sitting there.
You see that title?
Well, you can't touch the mic, so I have to introduce you. You have to come down by the stage. And here comes the called Original Chaps, Original Maroon.
Big up Chaps, big up.
Yeah, we denounce a Maroon thing, the Virgin.
Yeah.
But you touched on Rattigan a while ago, and my understanding, you know, is that the titles and accolades that Rattigan bestowed upon himself, he's not worthy of it, you know. He's not earned 1 ounce of it, and I don't think a lot of it is true, is factual either. Yes, he was an FBI agent, but to what extent was he really? And we'll probably have to go do some investigation, right? Because I don't think it is as deep as he is making it out to be. Yeah? Rattigan was not more than a field officer out there. Nothing more than a field officer.
I'm chaps, but chaps. No man, I'm chaps. And a serious note though. No man. And a serious note. Though. Rattigan thing, it never normal, man. And if you really even understand the history of him, he ended up suing as well now. He got year going now. It is alleged based on the thing. Him left Ghana celebrate. Him Ghana Mecca. Celebrate the Hajj. Right? At a time when him supposed to do certain counter-terrorism work, so to speak.
The man was a waste man. Let me tell you.
No, the thing is, the point is though, his status based on his post, yeah man, he was the small fry. So whether him a waste man or not, the position he was in, yeah man, a high level position.
At the level that he claimed he was, and to wind up on TikTok platform at a garbage, it tells me that you weren't worthy of the level of era clearance that he got from the US military. I worked for the US military for 5+ years. Was nowhere close to where Rattigan was. Yeah? And when we see him minimize himself to the level that he is, it makes me wonder if his position was actually...
I was sure his position is legit. I was just saying to you, before you come on the call, I was just saying something. He's obsessed with Andrew Wilness. He is like... He's like a woman I try to get rid of a stalker.
All right, so Mr. Vegas and chaps, a quick question.
One second, Imhotep. I was privy to some information.
Yes.
When Mania could be working in higher ups positions. And him no want it. Him want to depend on TikTok and try to bring Andrew Willis.
All right, so let me ask you a quick question. Apart from the president at the US, right? In the administration, who's the second most powerful person?
Well, in the United States?
Yes, in the administration.
The Secretary of State is...
Thank you very much.
Secretary of State is usually the...
Right, thank you very much.
The Secretary of
yes,
State.
Secretary of State, right. And my point is this now. Remember when Trump became president, right? First term, Rex Tillerson, the Isleman, was the one who was appointed Secretary of State.
Yes.
And whatever they did, against Venezuela, the Petro-Caribe deal got... Whatever they did, Jamaica had to pull away from the Petro-Caribe deal. My point is, after he was fired, he was replaced by Mike Pompeo.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Mike Pompeo was a former CIA director as well. And say that a senior thing as well. My point is, right now, Rattigan and Mike Pompeo them in a work as partners in the same consultancy company. So I'm saying do not underestimate Rattigan and them.
Slow down. Did you say Mike Pompeo and Wilfred Rattigan were partner in a company?
No, I'm saying they are in the company that Mike Pompeo is in. Rattigan is in it as well.
No, sir. Rubbish.
I'm telling you.
Like the same,
rubbish.
In terms of military talk.
Rubbish.
No. Hold on. I'm saying the consultancy company that Mike Pompeo is working for now. Rattigan works for that company as well. And I'm saying this man is, my point is, and you can do your research because I've done mine on it. And me, I tell you the truth, my general, this man is not a small fry with a zinc fence in his background and I sat you there. I talk to people and get information.
Listen to me carefully. I work for a company called Kellogg's Brown and Root. Right? Kellogg's Brown and Root is a subsidiary of Halliburton. I worked for Halliburton for 5 years. Halliburton was owned by who?
Dick Cheney them.
So that means me and Dick Cheney are rub shoulders then?
No, I am no. But my point is my point is no the consultancy. No, what I'm saying is that Rattigan is a lawyer, you know, right?
I'm comparing my position with Halliburton with Rattigan's position with that company.
No, but the difference is, Rattigan is a partner in that company.
I don't believe that.
No, all right, that's fine. I'm just saying you can do your research on it, but I'm telling you, he is a partner in the company because the company profile outlines everything. It shows you.
And it shows you Wilfred Rattigan as a partner?
It's public knowledge in general.
I've never seen that, sir.
That's fine, but I'm saying you are free to check it out. But I'm saying he is a partner in the company along with Mike Pompeo then. And I tell him, G. Well, because even right after me and Mr. Vegas went to Washington and all them something there, bro, we will do research on them something there.
He's correct. I'm just looking at it on Google and he is
well,
correct.
He's a worthless son of a bitch. If
don't underestimate the man, chaps, man. Don't underestimate him. Yes.
One second, guys. 1 second. I love the conversation. But if you really understand the FBI will pay an idiot to catch you. They will.
I know, and that's why I said to you.
And no, he really is a partner in. So what I'm saying with all of what is going on, and as I said before, it is more to Maroon Town and all these people coming together. It's not something that we should take lightly. And what I would say to you guys, this is more to this guy. I've heard about this guy, heard some stuff about him. But we also we are all wise, intelligent, and we can figure stuff out. One thing I've told people, and as Will said all the time, when it comes to the FBI, do not take nothing lightly. They will do, what they call infiltrating something and to pretend. And if he have all that background in the FBI, even if he's a field officer, that means you're a field officer, you go to every FBI location.
Him right to the FBI reporting myself and the Prime Minister. You remember, you heard that thing?
No. The man did on the platform and the man say, you can't make the FBI come for him. And he must say, we're working on that, we're working on that.
Come for me.
No, but remember saying
come for Jewel.
But remember saying, this is a man. Let me show you. So I don't want to underestimate the man with the zinc fence with the background. This is a man that had Jamaicans, innocent people, marching up and down in New York City with FARA Act and the Magnitsky Act and all those things, calling the Prime Minister dictatorship, making it look like I said Jamaica was a failed state, pure corruption, all these things.
What did that get to, my brother?
No, my point is, this is a man that got innocent people to go Washington, New York, to go do all this nonsense. So I'm saying, do not underestimate this
Big bro,
man.
I underestimate him to the lowest level. He's an idiot. He's a buffoon. A stupid idiot. Somebody who worked for the FBI. As a lady just mentioned a while ago. He's just an idiot. I have no respect for him. The man is a fool. He could never lead not even security.
Me not for respect him, but what me know how counterintelligence work too, and you know how counterintelligence work as a military man.
You watch John Caracco?
John Caracco?
Yeah.
No.
You need to watch John Caracco. John Caracco was a senior counterintelligence officer. You need to watch his vlog, watch his story. He was actually charged. He had 5 espionage charge leveled against him, and he beat the case on his own. As a matter of fact, he did 23 months in jail for whistleblowing. He blew the whistle on the torture program. Yeah? You need to watch it, and you kind of appreciate why I tell you this man is a waste man. But I have no respect for Rattigan, man. Rattigan can't tell. Let me tell you something. Me have 52, I'm not afraid to say it. I say it all the time. Me have 52. Policeman never asked me how me be yet. But if there's one person that if me see him face to face, like me and him eyeball. No, me not gonna.
Hey. Well, I get to say another problem. Tell about this, man. Last week, you mute him. Yeah, Jaja God. That's the guy you tapping. Unmute the chaps, unmute. You want the corona, no FBI come look for you.
Yo, you know, so everybody I called before a while ago. Let me see me shake him on, man. Let me see face to face, man. Walk up to you and shake him on. Yeah?
Yo, I'm tell you, say, all I can tell you, say, chap. Where you say the man done a cruff bread? You know the man come like? The man come like some picnic. We're very bright. I don't come out to nothing in a life.
Just cruff. Big old dirty cruff.
Well, let me tell you something. You can't call him big dirty cruff. Well, I know. You can't call him big dirty cruff, you know. But here you go now. You see, any man me see I collect information from people when book up on YouTube, I say be a part of this and go vote and one bag of sitting and gather data from the people them. Me, I look upon him, side eye. You can't cruff him, that's fine. Me not stop side eye him.
Imhotep, the man is a cruff.
A cruff, man. Big old cruff.
The man is a liar.
When him have a data bank big like the world.
That not intimidate nobody.
Listen to me. I'm not going to talk about the intimidation factor. I'm just, Imhotep, that man where we go out of Washington, D.C. go see. That man, right. we should have reverence Rattigan Imhotep. And I say, yo, is a Jamaican, this will come from
Yes. And that's why I'm crossing out.
The man the out of Washington where the boy near Carlos, when we see the food where I go for the people, to feed the people them.
Right.
Grab Mike from Rattigan out of Washington,
yes.
and I said, yeah, gas, Peter.
Yeah, gas. Right.
Bro, come on, man. What kind of respect you can for Rick Rattigan?
No, what I'm saying is, no, me not talk about respect, but when me I say, this is a man where me say, this is a man I collect data from the people them. That's all me I say.
Bro, me have more respect for L.A. Lewis than me have for Rattigan.
Rattigan a cruff.
May I have more respect for L.A. Lewis?
That I am privy to information where Rattigan could be in such position like me I talk about up there. Rattigan a turn down opportunities where him basically qualified to be in just become Saturday daytime. How can I pretty glass that? Saturday daytime pa internet come burn out Andrew Wellness and try.
Man a cruff, yeah, man. Man a cruff.
DJ, me I show you something. A man no have to be too smart for make an orchestrate a person downfall, you know. Him just have to be devious and slimy enough.
That is what he is. That is what he is.
You understand?
That is it. Devious and slimy.
Yeah. So me I say to you, say, you underestimate him at your own peril because
this is a
very slimy individual.
Look at somebody like me now, right? Look at me. You claim to be a senior FBI officer, yeah? And a little nobody me. You really take time out of your busy schedule to sit down and pen a letter to FBI about me? This is a waste, man. You worse than L.A. Lewis, man.
And I may say to you, say,
no, the man call the Secret Service and us in Washington, D.C.
he just have to be slimy enough and motivated enough to do all these things. As me personally, I say underestimate him at your own peril, brother.
Listen, their organization took a big hit September 3rd. You right, Imhotep?
We get a big hit from the day you, Vegas, you can take a bow, you know. You are responsible.
Facts. No, Imhotep was there too. And that is really true. Because since we got it,
done. That was it.
That
was it.
Well, time we go up there, you know, and go ball out with Chotual, we hear who are CIA agent, who are investigate who are work with DEA, who are investigate the government, who are one bag between them.
You guys must take responsibility for bringing down that organization. Me I tell you that you guys
But
did
you're the
it.
wickedest thing, Chopper, you're the wickedest thing. After that, Virgin as the Imote Paseno, the man, them start talk out the things by each other,
Yes, man. I tell you, so they expose them, man.
A man say, yo, I the one you Jamaican Carlos get the bag of money.
Get the bag of money.
Hand him off a bag of money.
Remember that?
And the next up with Germs, the one from Canada. What hide over Canada?
We are now, or Herb Nelson was spying on the government in the 80s.
Yes.
We are kind of
Yes.
thing.
Yeah, man.
All kind of sitting. I remember we go up there call them traitor, We tell them I'm a traitor.
Yo, me tell you, the most effective thing, what caused the demise of that group was that trip to Washington when you guys effectively shut them down.
Two
Bulan. Shut them down.
I'll lick a megs out there for traitor.
We know there's a megs out there.
Chaps, that brings some credence to your argument that the man is a fool.
The man's a fool.
They are so organized, right? If they are so organized, come Stoolico Bulan.
Me could have organized myself and make a Vegas and Stoolico man come shut me down.
But what on a Chopper, you know, say the people them with the man they carry out there, transport them.
Let me alone, they want to put them party for lunch and all this stuff.
The man them transport. I hear the wickedest thing I've ever seen in my life. Listen to me. If I were a religious fanatic, I'd run up and down the street and I say, hallelujah, hallelujah. The man tried moving, right? And them get preference to choose a space, right? It's when them choose a space. It's when they look over the end of a gay flag.
I know that, you know what? You know the wickedest beat. You know the wickedest beat them get? Is when, because they were banking on the argument that you guys had no permit. So them can't protest because they have no permit. But look how you outsmart a FBI man using his own permit and beat him. His own permit.
Man a Croft star.
Man a Croft, man. I talk about respect. How much respect for? Man a Croft.
I think I'm a Croft star.
Talk the fool, you hear that?
Let me tell you something. You have some people, you take them out of the ghetto, but you can't get the ghetto out of them. And this is one case, right? Rattigan a prof. Remember that. Rattigan did it every Saturday. With some little trivial thing where Rattigan talk about. And I say, what is he talking about? Trust me. I'm gonna send this Zionel video to somebody we're close to him, close to me, and say, ask Rattigan if I this thing gone too. Yeah. But
you and me, you want to know. We come to the consensus, say boss needs to send in the military. And that near talk about.
Chap, I want to talk to you about that, chap.
Come on.
Rattigan, all right, you know.
Chap, yeah. In your view on this Maroons rejecting militarization up at them place, what should the government do? What are you going to do, chaps?
The government needs to go up there, go dig up down a ken down at the big tree where they have to gun them hide up. That the government needs to do. The government needs to go on at the bottom of the library where bury Bill. The government needs to go dig up around at the back of Ferran Williams' house when Bill where Currie capture. Needs to go behind and go dig up it.
No.
Under the step, under the staircase, we go in at the house, go dig up it with the hide rifle and all kind of gun up there.
You're a man of my own heart, yeah.
You hear me say? That the government needs to do. The government needs to tear down the wall out of front. Listen, Maroon people are now different from any other persons in Jamaica. The first time I bring some family, go up a compound town, you know, them ask me, say, but me never know, so me think of different people, them. But look, listen, me I talk from experience, you know, me a Maroon, you know. Currie can't thump me in my mouth when me talk, you know.
Right.
Every house from Whitehall to retirement, both sides of the road of my family, you know. My brother, auntie, uncle, sister, everybody live a compound town. Currie can't listen, because I'm not really get involved in a Maroon business.
But before you go, so what to the people them know we are talk about, we are living fear. how the government is going to take care of these people? Because
Government no need to take care. Let me tell you something. Currie don't have any foundation in Maroon Town, you know. What Currie did in the election 4 years ago is bring in a whole heap of outside people who pay people for silence them and intimidate some. It was badness. Him use and run out Ferran Williams and capture the house up there and take over the thing. It's a hostile takeover. Currie did not win any fair and free election. And by the way, just in case you don't know, there needs to be no election in a compound town. If you go back and read the treaty 1738 treaty, never spoke to. It has never spoken about any election. The only time, the last duly appointed chief, and there's no chief, a matter of fact, the last duly appointed colonel of the Maroon was Kojo. From that, no other, because all the other chiefs, what them call chief or colonel, have been installed by way of an election, and the treaty gave no rise to an election. So the Maroon apparatus in a compound town has been operating on a false premise that needs to be fixed, because it must be aligned to central government. Maroon community is landlocked. You can't get out of Maroon town unless you can't get out there by land, sea, or air independently. I mean, the Prime Minister spoke about it just recently when he went there, that no other group in this country has anything about. And you're feeding these people this nonsense about sovereign. You see the young lady up there tell them, you see the common Jamaican in a compound town is now saying the same thing that I've been saying for years. There's no sovereignty up there, nothing about your sovereign. Sovereign where? Where do you find a state within a state? No go so. Falls with himself, and what he did and what he has done is use badmanism to lock off up there and silence some people. My brother, the Rasta brother we see behind Currie. And my brother, you know, my blood brother.
So you're not talking.
So me telling me, I know question, ask you about this. So me know how Currie came to power. Huh?
You're not going to talk to him, ask him where he get himself in?
No man, my brother Maroon, you know. And them 100%. The man that been in the Maroon business, the man that beat Jumga Kenda and blow a bang every year, every 6th of January, them got a celebration.
Why? So since you have a voice in the system, why you can't get to your brother and make the man know say people are terrified of this regime?
I think everybody up there know. My cousin who sits on the council.
You're literally fearful. We're just talking about talking to a lady that's literally fearful for her family and everything.
I have two cousins who sits on the council. Who sits on the Maroon council up there. And he was appointed from Ferran Williams was colonel. And he still sits on the council when Currie came in. He actually resigned and came back, because he resigned when, I don't know if you remember when Currie had the issue with the FLA and him firearm. I think he resigned then, but came back afterwards. And those persons, another brethren of mine who, when Ferran was there, he was the person in charge of education. Right? Mystic Boy. Right. You know Mystic Boy, you know? You know him, Veggie?
Yeah, man.
Mystic are the guy. He built a library there and all that stuff. Him foundation do a lot of work up there. So when I tell you, say, it's a place where Currie don't really have any great foundation there.
So when are we planning for running out?
Well, people like myself, me not get involved in it much. That's the problem. You know, me not get involved in a Maroon. Come and live up there. Me a Maroon, 100%. My mother born up there. But me no running in for Maroon business. But me know and understand the whole setup up there. And one of the reasons why Currie don't want the military there, there are acres of ganja plant at Maroon Town. See? weed where people plant them around town. The whole heap of weed plant them around town. And police not really. One time police used to go through and raid and carry on. But them not raid, them cut them some slack the last few years. I think Currie's biggest fear is that if the military comes in, people are going to give information to the military, which is going to create some problem for him. Because one of the things that I know, and I'm 100% certain, that there is some level of stockpiling of contraband in the air. Let me just leave it at that. Yeah? Contraband in the air. And I think he's fearful that if the military comes in, it is going to be exposed. But the Prime Minister don't need to have any conversation with Currie. I think the mistake the Prime Minister is making is, and let me not say mistake, because I trust the Prime Minister's judgment. I think what the Prime Minister, the way the Prime Minister is approaching it, I probably wouldn't approach it that way. Sometimes I have to just cut the card.
Like you might try to save some form of relationship.
And you don't need it.
Right.
You don't need it. You need to tell Currie what time of day it is and move on and get on with the business. I wish he had called him
Richard Currie and call him Chief Currie. Can I give him some form of solidified, leverage or something? For him feel like, yeah man, me a chief.
But there's no chief.
And there's no chief. So for the
there's no chief.
Chief him up, then we hear them things say kind of set a tone when feel like, yeah man, so me get the authority they know. But big up on yeah, go ahead, Chuck. Finish up.
I think the Prime Minister needs to just send the military in.
One time.
And if one time, and if there's any resistance at all, 1 ounce of resistance, you mash him down, man.
Yeah, man.
Listen.
Say your last start there.
Yeah, my man. This have a potential to cause a catastrophe in a way. Lovely island.
If you don't nip it, true.
The Prime Minister needs. He should have nipped it in the bud before, but it is not too late now. He needs to act in a decisive manner. And let me leave it at that. And you know what my take is on the decisive action. Full militarization of Akumpang.
Yeah, so you say.
I concur. I think the quicker we get this thing out of our space, the better it is. Because look here, don't underestimate these.
We have other situations that deal with and we have other places to fix up.
No. I think the timing is perfect. It's a reset. I think the hurricane give us an opportunity to reset, not just building of houses and design and plan, but also issues like what exists in our compound town.
Right.
Because for too long, those persons have been fed a steady diet of garbage, if you ask me. And I think the Prime Minister has an opportunity now to fix it. Just send the military in the good way of the man. And what would be dangerous, gentlemen, if the Prime Minister acquiesced to Currie's request by not sending the military. It is going to show.
That's off the table.
It is going to show the highest level of weakness on any government.
That is off the table. I'll going to support that.
Exactly.
That's straight fire bun for that. That can't.
Yeah, man.
La Shika, where you say? Last start. Shika Ghana Road. Where you
Shika Ghana Road.
Tanya Ghana Road. Our people, we had over.
All right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
good night. No, I'm listening to you guys. I like the information and everything. I have to come back next time again. But
yeah, man. I just tell we just say a party words because we are cut.
Yeah, man. So I'll join you guys next week or whichever night you guys on, and I'm able to come on. But as I said, just for the safety of the people in Maroon, it's very concerning where people are literally feeling threatened in that space that I'm close to that space too. So it's like where the government do something. No military, don't do the military, then it's going to be over portion. And they're also kids. We have to also remember that there are kids involved. So yeah.
Kids must get used to military. That's why they might grow so loose.
Okay.
And that's how we probably not Jamaica. We start grow the boy them too soft. Then if you get out to see military, when me a little boy.
No, not.
When I little boy Tanya, I'm a soldier, me love see, me did afraid of police.
A country migrant and me a country woman, I don't care me come from, you know, so I understand what you're saying.
We little boy them a turn wheel and sprat all kind of shit because them nasty in the military. When me a little boy and they ask me what you want to be, me say soldier.
Yes, it's true. Even police is so true.
The little boy them that grow too soft. Yeah man.
Yeah.
Grow too soft man. Look more. RIP.
Yeah man, yeah.
Yeah, big up people would be, I promised that I was gonna do 7 hours. I think we got how much? Almost 5 hours we got to Rattigan. And the longest live this, but it was well worth it and we had some great conversations. And tonight was not a political live. Tonight was a live about social issues. Yeah? So and every time we go come on Dr. Strange. Why Dr. Strange comes so late? God, and you always have a good view. Judge Dr. Strange. Dr. Strange, you can't forward in the reasoning so late, man. Judge God. Dr. Strange. Mr. Strange.
Good afternoon, Mr. Vegas.
What you say? What you mean? Why do we want to use the military? In what way you talk about not to use the military?
Oh, I'm just saying, why do they need to like use the military? Because I don't know much about these Maroon town because I'm not really thing there with them, but I heard that based on their treaty and something. I don't know much about the treaty part of it, but I heard that they own like that part of land or something. So, and the man came out. What his name? I don't even know his name.
Richard Currie.
Yeah, Currie came out and said he doesn't want any help or something like that because they are using the military and they don't see the need of sending in the military like it's trying to strike fear. I'm not saying that they are trying to strike fear, but other people are looking at it as if they are trying to put fear in the people in that place.
Well, the military, the other places are picked up that drive fear in the other people too?
I don't know, Mr. Vega.
Me ask you from your perspective, do you believe that the people, the military, they all over the country are fixed up houses and all them things and deliver food? You believe that the people them who are seeing the military personnel, they believe that them fearful?
I can't tell you if they are fearful in Mr. Vegas because I'm not them, you know.
No, what you believe though?
I only can give you an opinion. I can give you my opinion.
Give me opinion.
It won't be a fact. But
if the people see the military come and give them food and shelter and all them things there, you think they're afraid of the military?
Well, I don't want to think they are afraid. I don't want to think that they are afraid. Right. Yeah.
So what could be a valid reason why this man don't want the military to come and help fix the people and properties?
I couldn't tell you what the reason is, you know, because he said he doesn't want any help. He doesn't think he need any help,
but
you know.
But who can give such authority, or who can set such, you know, authority in motion not to get help from the Jamaican government?
Mr. Vegas, as I said before, I heard they have some treaty thing. I don't know about it. I didn't even look it up.
Look it up and read the treaty when I get a chance, and we'll talk about it another time.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Big up, brother. Little more people, I am out. Little more family, I am out. Mr. Sutherland, I can't tell you, you still want me to do the ad?